Alright, today we'll be teaching Rachel how to play bass. So first things first, I want to tell you all the parts of the bass.
Okay.
So, I want you to repeat after me. There will be a quiz. Just kidding. So this is the scroll.
The scroll.
And it's like a squirrel's tail. Kind of looks like that. So that's how I would remember that. These are the tuning pegs.
The tuning
And
pegs.
then this is the peg box.
The peg box.
These are the strings.
The strings.
And then the tuning pegs are also, they're used to tune the strings.
That would make sense.
This is the front of the bass and the back, and then like this is the body.
Okay.
This is the fingerboard. It's where your fingers go. The bridge.
The bridge.
Large. These are the F holes.
F-holes.
Shaped like F's.
Okay.
The C bouts.
The C-bouts.
Shaped like C's. This is the tail piece. We don't have fine tuners on the bass, but like sometimes for the other instruments, so we have fine tuners. And then down there, there is an end pin that we will adjust in just a few minutes. This is the neck, where you wrap your hand around. So that's it for the part. So I'll get you set up with the bass now. So first, I want you to sit on the front half of the stool and make sure that you are relaxed. Your shoulders are not like hunched over or tense. You're just sitting relaxed. Then I could not find the blocks, but I want you to have your first foot like on the rung, and your feet should be shoulder width apart. So if you like move your left foot out and then like, because you have to, right, sorry, so you have to be able to like fit the bass like in between your legs.
Okay.
So you'll want to like maybe put your left foot out like a little bit. Yep, that looks good. Okay, now I want you to feel your left hip bone, and then to the right of that there's gonna be like a little squishy part where the bone, it's not bone, it's like your muscle. So that's where the bass is gonna go, the shoulder of the bass.
Okay.
So I am going to put the bass in the end pin, or in the rock stop, sorry. Oh, almost made it. Got it. Okay. And then I want you to feel that spot again. And I'm going to knock my head. Darn. I didn't get it. Okay, well, I'll fix that in a minute. And then it's going to go this hip.
Oh. Okay.
So it's a little too short for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and take the end pin out one notch. And then it's hard to get it again now. No, it's fine.
A little bit up more and closer, like forward more, and like up. Yeah, there.
Okay, thank you. Hardest part about things. Okay, so touch your right hip. I said left before, but it's right. And then make sure your legs are like shoulder width apart, and then this. Okay. So good. You want your your left leg to be like supporting it, and looks pretty good. Okay, if you could reach up and touch the nut, that's this black part right here, and then reach down with your right hand and touch the bridge. Okay, so you're reaching forward a little bit. I'm gonna take the end pin out one more notch to make it a little bit taller.
Okay.
And it might not fit perfectly, but just deal with what we can. Like, for me, I think the space is too big, so.
A little bit forward a little bit more to the left, or other way, sideways and forward, and yeah. Wait, no. Okay.
Okay, teamwork is dreamwork. So, is it like on your hip again? Yeah? Okay, and then could you reach and touch the nut and bridge again? Okay, that looks much better. So, you want to make sure that you can like bow in the wings, but also like reach your fingers and be able to like play. So you don't want to be like reaching forward. You want to have your shoulders like pretty even.
Okay.
So you can just. So now I will teach you the bow. So first we're gonna make a bunny with our hand, and then for this you want to put your thumb right here, and then your other fingers are just kind of go on there, and then when you do that, we're gonna do a little exercise. So you want your thumb in between the frog and rubber grip, so in that, where that brown, yeah, perfect, and a little bit more like on there. So I'm gonna, it'll be like you're carrying like a shopping bag or something, so you want it to be like, have that feel.
Okay.
So if you want to just like try that with, you can try to make a bow hold, and then like I'll create some resistance, so it's like you're really like settling your hand into the right position. Remember the thumb goes there. Good, good, good. Okay, and you want your fingers more like on it, like, yeah, and then good. Sorry, maybe a little. Okay, so then I'm gonna keep your hand on there, and then I'm gonna pull on the bow so that you use just your fingers and kind of like relax your wrist and hand, and just like, yeah, you want them nice and curved and like, okay, so for a second, let go, and then I want you to like pretend like you have like a purse or something in your hand, and then like don't move any of your fingers, and then like that's like the feeling that you want. It's a little bit weird compared to like other bow hold. Yeah, the bow, everything is heavy about the fit. So also bowing is a little bit different for bass than say cello. So you want to make sure that your arm, it stays straight, and then on the down bow, and then on the up bow, it bends at the elbow. So it's like a pendulum or like a clock. So I'm gonna take the bow and bass, and if you just want to stand up and like swing your arm a little bit, so you get that feeling of like so just drop from the shoulder, and then just like literally swing your arm like this. That's exactly how you want it to look when you're bowing.
Okay.
Yeah. So just remember that feeling, and we'll some of that. Okay. And is so you want your foot to be on that. Yes, good. You always want to have your left foot raised so it can support the back of the base and it has something to like lean on. And then your right foot will always be like on the ground, or if we were using blocks and you were shorter, you might need like one block for the right foot, but then like you would need two for the left, so left foot always has to be higher.
Okay.
When you're sitting.
Okay.
And that's what we'll only be learning from a stool because standing is much harder. So now if you could just maybe play some open strings and just remember with the bowing. So just remember that feeling of like swinging. So try to keep your arms straight and then move just from the elbow. Yeah, that looks better. And then can we look back at your bow hold? So you want your fingers to be like, it's kind of like a claw.
Do they curve around? Like, should they be like under?
No, just like hanging off but if they like, because your fingers are pretty long, so they might go like off the end of the frog, but. Does that feel more natural than before? Yeah. It does kind of hurt. Like you want to make sure that your fingers are really relaxed and that you're using more of the weight of your arm to make the sound rather than like your hand tensing up and like pressing.
Yeah.
But it is. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'll take the bow and we're gonna learn the open string cycle. And first we're gonna just pluck it, and then we'll do it using different bow strokes. So we're gonna start with the lowest strings. Another thing about bass is that the strings are tuned to a perfect fourth. So the highest string, G, is actually, it's like the same string names as the violin, but they're in the opposite order. So G, D, A, and E.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so very low on D. And then you can see there's the fingering little stickers there. And those note names correspond with the fingerings on the G string.
Okay.
So, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So, so we're gonna do the rhythm, and I'll just demonstrate really fast. Sorry. So it's gonna be A, E, A, stop. So you're gonna play 4 beats. 3 of them are plucking, and then the last is stomping. So you do that twice, and then you do 2 of the same string. So A, E, E, A, E, And then, so how about we try that one first, and then if you could also try to sing the note names, and I'll sing it with you. You don't have to sing in that octave, so you
Oh my god.
Okay. So, and I'll just like clap along with you, and then for the rest, we're gonna stop.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready.
A,
E, A, stop. A, E, A, 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 E, E, A, E, A. Okay, great. Now we're gonna do that same rhythm, except change the notes and the strings with D, A, and D. Do you think you can do that without?
I think I can do this.
Okay.
D,
A, D, D, A, D, 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 A, A, D, A, D. Right, so I noticed you were singing like down a fourth, which is perfect because it goes like along with the strings, like what you're actually hearing. So sometimes, like in string tech, we'd always sing like up a fifth, but I think it's easier to, like with bass, to sing down the fourth. So very good. Okay, now we're gonna do G, D, and G. G, D, G. Okay, so G, D, G, D, D, G, D, D, G, D, D, D. Okay, great. Do you think you are ready? Do you want to do it all at once, or would you rather go back and play with the bow?
Play with the bow.
Okay. Ambitious.
Wait, so it's G, D,
A,
A,
E.
G, D, A.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so here's that. And the first thing, I want you to use a détaché bow stroke, which is when the notes will be like smooth and connected, and each note will like flow to the next one and without stopping the bow. So maybe just try that bow stroke with open strings, and remember to keep the arm heavy and just like use your arm weight. No, if you're comfortable like with that bow stroke, it sounded good, nice and connected. So I will count off, and we're gonna still sing and do the same open string cycle. So it's gonna be about da da da.
Okay.
All right. So 1, 2. Oh, you're gonna start on the A string. So 1, 2. Ready, go. A, E, A, A, E, A, 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 Okay, I'm just gonna stop you right there. That was very nice. The only thing is, I noticed you were doing retakes after each section, so I want to see if you can maybe try to start the second section on an up bow and see.
Okay.
Just try those two strings once more. So. Okay, good. So then after that, you can do a retake for the different strings because you end on an up bow, so that you can start on a down bow. I didn't notice if you
I think
ended
I
the last
ended
one.
on down.
Okay, so now let's try D and A. D, A, D, D, so great. You know where you're from. Great job. No, you have a nice clear tone. I thought that your détaché bow stroke was very smooth, and it can be hard on bass. It feels like the bow is shorter. Like, I don't know. It seems like it's pretty easy to get to the tip. So you just want to be aware and make sure that you're saving bow. And one way to do that is to use a slower bow stroke or bow speed.
Okay.
So you don't spend all your bow hair in one, like, half a beat or something, so that you still have room for the rest of the note. So we can work on that, but the next bow stroke is staccato. So that you want there to be space between the notes, so the note has a very definitive start and stop, and you will like stop the bow between each note. So it's gonna be da da da.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, you can just try it on some open strings. So you want it to be. That's good. That's more martelé though, which is the next one. So you don't want it to be like an accent. You want it to be more just like it has a start and stop, like you just stop the bow before the next note. So
Also, is this supposed to be like flat on the string? Or is this supposed to be like
you can turn it towards the bridge a little bit if that's more comfortable, or you could use it flat here.
Okay.
Whichever is more comfortable. Try using a little bit more bow for staccato. That's good. Yeah, that's better. Just make sure that you're not using like 1 inch, because you do have like the whole bow, and you were using the whole bow.
But isn't it supposed to be short?
That's better, yeah. Okay, so do you want to try that with the open string cycle? Okay. We'll go, just make sure you're not going too fast. So
Okay.
I'll count you off. So 1, 2, ready, go. A, E, A, A, E, A, 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 E, Okay, pretty good. Just make sure that you're with your arm, you're not like tensing that it's like stays really loose, and you just want the like that pendulum motion and like really relax, because if you tense up, then things will like start to hurt, or you'll hear it in your playing. But so far you sound pretty good. I think you're a natural. Okay, so the last bow stroke is martelé. So you want to have an accent on the front of the notes, or like the beginning of the note. So you can do that by using like a faster bow stroke at the very beginning, or more pressure, like not pressure, but like arm weight at the very beginning of the note. So do you want to try just a few accented on open strings, just make sure with your bow hold that your thumb is bent, so you don't want it looking like that on the bow. You want it to be bent. So that is perfect. Good. try it with the open string cycle? Yeah.
I am ready. Feel that too.
Okay. So I'll count you off again. So 1, 2, ready, go. A, E, A, A, E, A, 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 E, E, A, E, A, D, A, D, D, A, D. Good. I want you to just try the G and D ones again, but your accents are very nice and clean. So could you just do starting from D or G, D, G, G.
Sorry.
That's fine. Nice. So I thought that time was a lot better than the first. So now we are going to learn the D major scale. So if you don't mind, I will play it for you once. We will have to shift. So I just want you to watch my left hand. Could you just tell me like which string is the D string though? I forget.
Wait. This is E.
Mhm.
This is G. This is
Not quite. Almost. So close. E,
A.
A.
G. No. G.
Mhm.
And
So what's this one?
I don't remember.
This is the D string.
Oh, you asked which one's the D string.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we're gonna learn the D major scale, just one octave. So it starts on open D. Then you're gonna put the first finger on where it says A right there. It's actually E. And then you're gonna use your pinky, your fourth finger, where it says B. And then open G. And then here's where the letter names actually match up with A, and then fourth finger for B. You're gonna shift and put your first finger where the C line is. But you're actually gonna use your second finger. I think this tape is a little bit low, so just make sure that, and we'll practice that. And then your fourth finger for D.
Okay.
So really you will just use 1 and 4 until you get to this C sharp, and then you'll use 2, 4. So your ring finger will not be used. So we'll just start with the D string notes first. So make sure that you're good, your feet are looking good, and you're not. Okay, so just open D. And then it's gonna be right here. And then your pinky. Perfect, yeah. So can we just try those 3 notes a couple times? to make sure that your hand is like a big C over it. So your thumb, yeah, good. And then maybe move it a little bit closer there so it's easier to reach the 4. Because if it's back here, it'll be like really hard. But if it's here, it'll be easier
Okay.
to reach. So. Good. Okay, do you want to try the G string notes now? So you can play. Yeah. Oh, don't shift yet. It's 1, 4. Good. Okay, before you go on to the next, let's just practice those few notes. Good. Now, do you think you can play the D string and G string notes like all in a row? Okay, let's try that. You can go really, really slowly. Good. Yeah, you are really in tune more than me. So now, could you do, instead of da 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 da, just go da da da, and then G string dun dun dun.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Good. Okay, so now I want you to go up the scale again, and then when you get to 4th finger on the G string, I want you to just stop there, and don't go back down, and then we'll discuss some things. Okay, good. So now you're gonna shift, and when you shift, you want to take your fingers and not have them pressed in the string, but still touching the string. So you want them to just like float along, and then you're gonna slide your hand up until your 1 is by the C, and then you're gonna play with your 2nd finger, your middle finger, and go ahead and play that. Perfectly in tune. You nailed it. And then you're gonna play your 4th finger, your pinky. Sorry. Yeah, good. So. Yeah. Hey, it is sounding. You're sounding very in tune for day 1 on bass. So how about we just practice with 4th finger on B here with your pinky. In A position, and then we're gonna shift to C position and just play that a couple times. Good. So when you shift, at least for violin, we always shift using the old finger. So you're gonna put 4 down on B, your pinky, and then so play that, and then keep 1 down too though, and then you're gonna move your hand until 1 is there, and then you're gonna lift your fingers off, and then play 1. Play your 1st finger. gonna go here. It's flat because you're supposed to play too. Okay. Good. And then, yeah, it's kind of hard because there's no tape. But if you just remember, like 1 goes with C, and then C sharp is 2.
Okay.
Second chord.
Is this 4? This is
Yeah.
pinky.
And then yeah. Good. So let's try, because you seem to be getting that pretty well. So let's just try the D major scale from from D all the way up, and then stop at the top. Is that right?
Wait, no, it's
Stop at the top.
Oh, so
It's-
okay. What's your comment?
Do you have a question?
No, I just don't remember.
Okay.
But don't tell me. Stop at the top, Rachel. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Okay.
So that was really good. Nice shift in there, very smooth. Let's just try that again. And then I think you were already pretty much doing this, but just use like that smooth détaché bowing so that it's really connected and
Okay.
this is right. Oh, you shifted 1 note too early. It's okay.
Sorry.
So just start on open G and then play G 1 4. Yeah, that is awesome. So now, do you think you could play it also going down? So like,
I can try.
okay, let's gotta have a goal.
Should I start at the top or the bottom?
Start at the bottom. That's so awesome! Oh my goodness, good job. Any questions before we end for the day?
I don't believe I have any questions.
Alright, how does it feel to play bass?